Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode, still on the trigonometric equations. So we have to solve the equation tan x plus 3 cot x minus 5 sec x equals to 0. So remember what we said in the beginning of trigonometric equation. We said that it is still a linear equation where we try to isolate the unknown variable we are asked to find. Isolate means we're making that variable become alone. So in this case, the variable we are looking for is x, x, x. And for us to be able to make these three functions to become one to hold the x, we need to express them all in the same format. Meaning, if this is in tan, then it could have been a lot easier that we can work with. So the best way we can do this is try to convert them into a form that will easily be translated to a single trig function. If you look at this, a tan is also, by expression, it is the sine over the cos. So let's express that. This is also as sine of the x divided by the cos of the x. This is also 3. So let's maintain the 3 here. This cot is also the opposite of this. So that becomes the cos over the tan. So I'm going to have cos x, the cos over the sine, sorry. Remember, the inverse of this gave you this, meaning 1 over tan give us cot. Therefore, 1 over this will reciprocate this to this form. Minus, then sec is also the inverse of cos. Sec is also the inverse of cos. And what is the inverse of cos? That is 1 over cos. So 5 will multiply. So let me multiply the 1 already. So 5 over the cos of x equals what? 0. So if you look at this now, this is in a different format, tan, different format, cot, different format, sec. But here I can see sine, cos, cos. You see that we are now trying to have them all in the same format. But what can we do? We are still having a fraction we need to clear. I look at the denominator which contains cos and sine. So it means that when I multiply through by cos and sine, I should be able to reduce the fraction to a linear term. So here we multiply by the sine x cos x as by multiplication. Remember, you don't have enough space, so I'll be ignoring the multiplication process. But when this fraction is multiplied by this factor, the denominator, which is cos x, will cancel cos x. You'll be left with only sine x times sine x. That will give you sine x square, as in the whole of this square is the same as sine square x. Then plus, if I multiply here by this, the sine will cancel the sine, leaving cos. So here also cos x times cos x will be cos square x, including the 3. So 3 cos square x minus. This is also multiplied by this, so the cos will cancel, leaving you sine. Then we have 5 sine x. This equals to 0 times this. You know, we are multiplying every part of it by this. Will still give us what? 0. Then what do? We can see here that sine square, cos square. We can see also here we have sine. We convert this. You can see sine. This is the only foreign material here. So we can recall that if I am looking for this, which is also the cos square x, is the same as 1 minus sine square x, one of the identities under Pythagoras theorem for the unit circle. Then it means that the whole of this, which is the cos square x, will now be substituted with this. So our equation become the sine square x plus 3 multiplying the cos, which is now 1 minus sine square x, bracket close, minus 5 sine x. equals to what? 0. I guess we are moving step by step. Sine, sine, sine. Now we are all having the same function. So we need to open this bracket. So I have my sine square x from the first part. 3 times 1 will be 3. So plus 3. 3 times this, which is negative. So negative 3 sine square x. Then minus 5 sine x still equals what? 0. Alright, now I am seeing sine square, sine square, sine. We can group like them. So remember, this is 1 of a sine square x. This is 3 of it. So 1 minus 3 will give you negative 2. So this becomes negative 2 sine square x. This is going to be minus 5 sine x. This is positive, so plus 3 equals to 0. So this is becoming an equation. I can also make this part to be positive by multiplying through or by negative, so that I have my 2 sine square x positive 5 sine x negative 3 equals 0. That is multiplying through by negative to have the first part being what? Positive. So sine square sine, that will give us, if I factorize sine out, I will not have a common factor here. So I have to treat this as a quadratic equation. So we let sine x to be equals to a different variable. Meaning, remember the whole of this is a square. So 2y squared plus 5y minus 3 equals to 0. That is what we have as our equation. So it means that this 2 times this, that is going to be minus 6. Then we find the factors of minus 6. When we add, we are going to get positive 5. That means that the smallest factor must carry the negative sign. So if I have negative 1 and 6, by multiplication, I get minus 6. By addition, I will get 5. Remember, we keep on doing a shortcut aspect of what? Quadratic equation in series of our episodes. So I will go straight with that as y, the first factor is 1, y, the second factor is plus 6, equal to 0. I multiply by these 2. So now I divide those factors by the 2. And in the same vein, it means the first bracket, which is y minus half, is the one that gives us 0, or y here is plus 3, is the one that gives us what? 0. When we transpose, y will be equals to positive half here, or y will be equals to negative 3. This y is an introduction, or is a substitution. So we go back to the beginning. So we can say that, but our sine x is what we have as what? Y. So when y is half, then sine x will also be equals to what? Half. But here we are concerned about the sine, about the x. So we find sine inverse of both sides, meaning x will be equals to sine inverse of 1 over 2. I guess that will be 30, but let's check on the calculator. Okay, so that will give us 30 degrees. So this is going to be 30 degrees. And remember, if I let the sine equals to the negative 3, we need the values of x. The sine should be in the range of negative 1 to positive 1. We can get an answer, but it's going to be a complex answer. So we ignore this. So we ignore the y equals to negative 3, because if you equate the sine with it, the sine inverse of that will give you a complex answer. So this is what we are having. But remember, the values of a sine is positive in 2 quadrants. First quadrant and in the second quadrant. So if you have the 30, if 30 is drawn that way, in the next quadrant that it will be, we need to subtract the 30 from 180 to get the next one. I've done how we can find that using the formula in the previous episode. So I'm just going straight forward to give the answer. So here we can say that therefore the value of values, right, of x are going to be 30 degree. 180 minus 30 is what? 150 degree. But if you still want to use the general formula for general solution, it is theta, where in this case will be x equals to the 180 n plus -1 all to the power n alpha, where the alpha is going to be the 30 degrees we are having here. So you can see if you put the first one is the principal angle, so that is 0. So if you put n to the 1, then you put 30 here, 1 here. It means this become negative for 30. This become 180. So 180 minus 30 will come back to give you the 150 we have. So we can also use this also to get the answer. Or just know the quadrant in which a sign is what? Positive. I guess this is clear. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe.